Flat Earth British, Martin speaking. Welcome to the 14th of August 2019, or so they say, and I am back, as you can see, with another post. Now, if you follow my channel, you will know that if anything turns up, or any insane synchronicities, that I will make an appearance, and that is exactly what's happened. A synchronicity that is very thought-provoking. In fact, a lot of this, if you're not used to Flat Earth British, might be a bit shake your world, but like all in the best possible taste, and it is about truth at the end of the day. Okay. Plus I want to talk a little bit more about Flat Earth British developments later on in the post. You may want to stick around for that. In fact, I would if I were you. Parasites. And we're going to deal with parasites. Okay. Now, according to the narrative that we're going to be looking into, we've dealt with them before. Okay, the parasites. And we're going to look into some Moscow panoramic from 50 years after Napoleon has been in the city, but they attribute it to Napoleon burning it. And in another narrative, it's mercenary Germans and Cossacks. They want to make their mind up. But regardless, 50 years after the city's been torched, and we got a panoramic with a series of photographs and a narrative where we can mark right in. Something is seriously wrong with the whole show. Okay, you'll see. I'm going to look at them. And Parasites and Phoenicians to start. Okay, and we're going to look a little bit more at Dresden, basically, because I found a link with videos of the reconstruction after its annihilation. And there's a specific type of architecture and certain alterations, if you get my drift. And we're going to take a look at it back in the past when it was Tataria. We're going to take a look at it during, just after its annihilation, the true crimes of World War II. That should be a byword for this movement, is Dresden. And I always say that, but it's true. And we're going to look at it. Its reconstruction is highly interesting. Images of the day, but we are going to be compressing the juice now, guys. What's going to happen now on Flat Earth British is we're going to do more concentrated juice. Okay, squeeze it into an hour. Okay, because I realise that people haven't got all the time in the world to, like, literally. Anyway, so I'm going to move on now. This is weird. I sought out, right? In fact, I discussed last night a really cool comment, okay, that really, pinged my mind, and a few other people that read it. Tell us more. A unique family history concerning the Phoenicians and how this thing went down. Now, it definitely corroborates alternative ideas out there, and with links you can get and articles that this is the way it went down. But there's some synchronicities. Lee, Flat Earth British Febbage brother. This you're going to want to see. Okay. Now, this is the weirdness about it. I bring up I photograph the comment and I bring it up on my Google Pics to read it to you. And then just out of the blue, and I never knew this person was I knew a letter was coming, but I had no idea it was this person. Okay, somebody said weeks ago, I want to be able to tell you something in a letter form. And I said, yeah, fine, give them my address. It turns up this morning from the very same person with the rest of the narrative. So I'll bring it to you. Check this out, guys. Buckle in, though. Buckle in. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Being an empath is not all it's cracked up to be, guys. Let me tell you. Okay, it's just not. So here it is, right? Erica, excuse me, Erica, if I'm not, much love to you. Anyway, I'm a big fan already. Erica Gayam. Okay, I believe she lives in maybe Arizona. America land, I believe. Mr. Martin, it finally happened to me. YouTube didn't open me. All right, then. Yeah, they don't. YouTube and won't tell you about Flat Earth British. I'm well hidden. In my family stories, they came from a deep ocean trenches. Yeah, I wonder if it's by Mauritius in the Indian Ocean. Just a thought. These are gateways to and from other worlds. We traded with other worlds, dimensions. We are a centralized world. The Phoenicians came at first peaceably, and then they turned very hostile. And they were described as being fish and reptilian looking. They like to use holograms to make themselves look like white humans. I was taught that human is a very derogatory name for our race. That is, the Phoenicians gave us. Tartaria and many other nations agreed to sink some of its contents to reduce their threat from the Phoenicians. Some people stayed to try and fight their loss, and we all caught up. The Creator did a huge flood to punish us all for falling for the Phoenician evil entities' teachings. In short, they came, evil entities, which we're going to look into, got us to reject the Creator and do very messed up things. The Creator punished us and them with a huge flood. They returned, we got sunk. We fought, they won. They mocked the Creator, they screwed us over, and now they are trying to get us back so they can finish it all over again. Now, fuck them and fuck that. Okay? Now, a letter came from America this morning. Just out of the blue. What's the chances? You know, and I brought up this because I was so like, you know, fuck me about this comment. You know? Check this out, guys. So she starts off, you know, pleasantries. Hope I'm doing well. I am. Thanks. Hope you're doing well, Erica. Blessings to you. Check this out. Fuck me. My poor fucking heart. Now. Right, now. So I've helped fill in gaps in her stories from her great-grandmother used to tell her. And it's family legends, okay? So she thought it'd be better in a letter form, which it is. Now, the main reason of this letter is my great-grandmother taught me never to call the Creator God. Because God can be an evil entity that we can worship, or call upon, and never call Jesus. Jesus is the Phoenician corruption of Jesus. Now, she goes on to say, she was taught that the Creator physically manifested himself as Jesus, and the Phoenicians hate the Creator and those who follow and seek him. Seek the Creator above all others. So to mock the Creator, they nailed Isis to the mast of a ship and did the mud floods soon after. This all happened soon after we got sunk. Our ancestors were willing to do this because it stepped on the Phoenician invasion. They came telling us that their world, their dimension, was dying. We didn't know that it was true that there was irresponsibly to their world. They hated anything from the Creator. They look reptilian. When they came, they joined forces with the fallen Watchers. When everyone, topside, found this out, they looked for ways to seal up the portal that connected these two worlds, ours and theirs. Sinking us meant short term, but the Phoenicians conquered us down here, and we remained segregated from those above. I hope this helps others. Yes, eternal gratitude to you, Erica. Yeah, that's definitely helped big time, okay? In many respects. So it is being depicted, and it's been prostrated on Flat Earth British by Lee only 2 weeks ago, and there it is in that form from a family tradition or a family tale that this is the case. So this would make perfect sense, actually, of the vengeance of Emperor Vespasian that I covered on my vlogs. I was wondering all about that. So yeah, that's pretty mind-blowing. We're moving on. Now, Phoenicians. In this sort of official narrative, they talk about the great mystery of the Phoenicians. Now, a really weird vlog Lee, Flat Earth British, put up last night where he asks a browser called Cleverbot questions. Like, have you heard of Phoenicia? I'm not sure. Basically, the thing thought it was human. Lee was putting it right on that fact. But it was definitely convinced it was human. When Lee asked where did the Phoenicians come from, he literally pinpointed by Mauritius in the Indian Ocean. And not only that, he kept bringing up Death Note, as in the movie Death Note. Are you so-and-so from the movie Death Note? Really weird, but maybe that's just some teenage algorithm. They're like that. Phoenician Magi. Now, Phoenician Magi. Phoenicia is an ancient civilization shrouded in mystery. Okay, because they don't know where they came from. And they linked up, or they came with sea peoples who are very anomalous and nobody knows where they really come from. Now, this deals in insane time scales that I'm not really going to go with. Okay, even that Emperor Vespasian book, which was supposed to be ancient Rome, was set in the Middle Ages, as in just after all of this went down. So I'm not going to read it because I'm not in the mood, but I'm going to give you a narrative, and it gives you a load of Phoenician stuff, and it actually says in this, although it links it in with aliens and space bollocks, the use of Magi mirrors and other shamanic tools, and like the Magi light body to help others their construction. Okay, no, I won't worry too much about Stonehenge. See what I mean? They go into Stonehenge and all sorts of weird ideas. But again, the Phoenicians and the death cult of Coaxicatl. Okay, is he a Phoenician Magi? Yeah, they're all Phoenicians. We've already done this. So they go into Solomon's magic, and there's a load of links. So there's many narratives out there, and they will say in this, guys, okay, pretty much the same as what we've been saying, but with added bullshit. Okay, the Phoenicians are black magicians, and they have taken over the place, and there's more evidence to this extent. Oh, just before I show you something a little bit freaky, okay, this is freaky too. You are fully aware of this image by now of safeguarding our mirrors of the past, safeguarding our future, which is a reset depiction. Don't really study it too much. I'll give you a little look. But I want to look at these. I've talked about these before. Okay, they're like maybe pears, or, you know, seamen on the roof. It's pretty hard to define what they are, but they look parasitical. Okay, and they're all over this booth. Okay, and a reset depiction, plasma discharge event. It's all coded, it's all in there. We've looked at it 100 times. And then I remembered this from a day ago, which I thought was really weird. It's the same crucible, and they got exactly the same creatures upon this resetting orb, which is basically active. Now, I've had a narrative given off Matt, our translator, which he thinks this is the inertia plane, Mount Meru, and this is a model, literally of where we're living. But it's exactly the same things. So with this parasite thing and this thing that goes down on this plane, these are going to be a player in it. And I think there's something to do with the parasites. Now, very unusual why they match completely. Cosmography. If you don't know about cosmography, it is a late Middle Ages text. This is from the 17th century, but early. And it gives you a history of Europe, and it gives you a Bible, and everything in this book is meant to be the real world. Okay, the real world. You get a few pages in, and it gives you the history, and it goes into Germany. Okay, Germanica, as you can see. And what you got, we translated a little while ago from the Latin, which is highly suspect, is corresponding with Erica's letter. Now, this is meant to be a reality. So you've got a lady, she hits her knees, and you've got something that is shape-shifting from a lizard to maybe an eagle or some sort of hideous human goatee thing. But he's basically shape-shifting or transmogrifying or whatever you want to call it. And loosely, to pick up the translation concerning here, what it says is, okay, for the basically the incarnation of Christ, you have to succumb to him, okay, appease him. She hits her knees, and he, this lizard shapeshifter, will make a queen, but her name has to be Elizabeth or Liz. In Liz. And this is supposed to depict the real will, guys. It's really unusual. Now, there's going to be more, you know, chestnuts in this book, but they give you a history. It goes into the Bible. You've got the flood. Now, it does state in this previous narrative, I should have mentioned, to do with the Magi, that all of this, they were the first to rebuild the world after Noah's flood. Okay, so basically they go into where they are geographically. It looks like the first Phoenician ship is landlocked at the top of Mount Ararat, and only investigations were permitted on the site. Okay, see, I'm not going into that. Göbekli Tepe, no, I don't trust that either. Okay, from there he was continued west, founded the Phoenician Empire in modern-day Lebanon. Sidon, Noah's great-grandson, Phoenician Magi, left hallmarks of their construction not only in Turkey, but expanded by land and ship and covered the entire plain. Coins were left behind, containing a map of the bottom of the whole earth. Oh, that's interesting. More evidence for including... more evidence was included in Bulgaria, blah blah blah. Okay, and there's the Phoenicians, and they say they were the first to pick all of this up after Noah's bloodage. Okay, well, yeah, they made it bloody happen, didn't they? You know, the Creator got rid of them, got rid of us for falling for this evil bullshit, which everyone outside of people who are waking up in flat Earth and this sort of field, just fucking doomed. Damned, unless they get the shit together. Now I'm going to get on, because I said we're going to move in quick and we're going to get through a load of juice quick. This is how we're going to do it from now on. So if you're puffed up by the end, I'm sorry. They cover missing people in this, but they say no, we got photographs for you, we can mag up and point a couple out. Now guys, they state in this narrative what we state, as in, you know, this is supposed to be 50 years after. Here is the city 50 years after Napoleon and his fire. Okay, they don't state it was him. We see in the city, at least, it is not wooden, but it has a maximum. It is the same as today, okay, or more or less the same as today. Significantly reduced since the spires and exquisite architectural designs. Okay, you see an absence of signboards, balconies. But traffic and people since then, on the contrary, you can see some have increased, they say. But that's not what I see. I see, you know, they tell you the time of day, the date. They tell you, look, pictures capturing... This is like our narrative that they're trying to debunk, right? Or trying to pick apart. Pictures capturing people in the street in motion came across since 1841. 1841. And this is supposed to be 1863, okay, 50 years after Napoleon moved in. So let's they go into some bullshit as well. So let's have a look at this panoramic, and then we can zoom in on a couple of these shots that were taken of it. It's pretty shit all. It's the whole city, okay. But we can mag up on some of these. So it's in crystal clear HD. For 1863, and this all mud flooded and the streets are empty. They mag up on a few carts. Now, considering this is all supposed to be on fire, evacuated all 1812, when all that shit went down, with the New Madrid event, and the year without summer, and the fall of Tartaria. So they point out a couple of people there, and a cart up by here as evidence that this place was fully repopulated. Now guys, this is a huge city. This should be absolutely swimming in people. There's no signboards. You see a lot of them bunker booths. So now this is in late August, apparently, the same time. Well, it's in August anyway, and all of them are permanent buildings. Okay, look at this thing. Looks like the White House. Okay, so we're going to mag up on a couple of these right now in a minute. And the tune to start off the new era, 1812 Overture. For their bullshit of the Battle of Waterloo, another bullshit narrative that went down around the same time, and the folly then of apparently Napoleon traipsed into the city in the worst weather ever, knowing there was the worst weather ever, with 600,000 soldiers. A good portion of them died, never get home. He guessed that apparently the city's on fire, evacuated of whatever, 400,000, 300,000 at the time, apparently. And then 50 years later, you got this massive stone city, no signboards, stripped of all character of its uniqueness because it's empty of people. It's been reset. The old population who built all this shit, they're about to lose it. Look at it all. Like in the distance, he's massive. And they said the spires have been significantly reduced. Holy shit. So shame I can't mag in a bit more, but we can, because I sorted that out for you. And there's a huge Kremlin. So, excuse me, we got some shots here of, they tell you the time of day is 3 in the afternoon. They say it's in late August, and they spot out a few people, but like they say, there's huge bunker booths here. It's 2 together, maybe 3. There's no people. Shadows are low, the sun's over this way. And they make excuses for the lack of people as well. They say, no, they're coming back, Okay, who built all this? If it's got burnt down, if they're not there? Think about that, guys. Just explain that. Who built all this? If it's all burnt down, it's got antiquitech. Look at this. Look at the tech on that. Guys. And there's a few ghosts on the bridge. 3 o'clock in the afternoon in the centre of Moscow. Hot. It's not because it's cold, guys. The place is boiling, they said in the narrative. So, yeah. And they make excuses for it. So it was obviously an issue somebody may have brought up. Yeah, where's all the action? Where's all the advertising and posters and people, dogs, birds, dogs, anything? They say, oh, no, there's one guy out on the river. Yeah, it's all good. Yeah, we spotted one. Seemed to be a lot of barrels there and a window open. Summer action. Okay, about 3 in the afternoon. Should be a damn sight more. Should be rush hour. And Tartaria is no more. Not a soul on that road. Anyway, not a soul. But they explain it away, so whatever. So who built that weir? Who built all of this? If it's got burnt and the population's not really there. Where is everyone? Where is everyone at 3 in the afternoon? Look at the size of that place. Wow. So, nobody at home. Look at this temple. So, this is what you do get, I find fascinating, is you've got no people. no dogs advertising, birds, smoke. You don't expect that in August. But why have they got loads of ladders? There's one there, there's one there, and there's one there. Could we just presume they're doing a bit of a refurb on this complex and they're just up on the roof? You see more as well on these shots of these ladders. Just thought it was really unusual because there was nothing else going on in the city. Ladders. See, we can spot a couple more. Look at this beautiful building. If we build that, then there's no one around. So I guess a lot of it must have survived the fire of 1812. Oh, excuse me. Cancel that. Let's look at the statue on there. Okay. And they give you a picture of what it was supposed to be like 1812 when Napoleon arrives. And this is the case. I wonder what these are. Step pyramids. So Napoleon's just watching the whole city burn from the other side of the river. Thinking, well, that's shit. Then in it. What's that? Bon Adam and Even. And some skeleton giving him a crown in. Well, look at that. Let's have a quick look anyway. It's interesting. And, oh yeah, Resetti. Sodom and Gomorrah. So I guess that's a lot about to get stoned. Turned to pillar of salt. Goose stepping skeletons. Very modern looking city to be burnt, isn't it? So, is this, just out of interest, is this what they're thinking for the future after they reset and they got like a number of population? We don't see the sky, it's going to be cursed earth for a while. And then this thing. So what do they want? Japan. Pretty. Done. Bit like already, isn't it? The colours. Dead trippy. Anyway, we're moving on. Back to usage. Now, this is more of Russia. This is a really beautiful book I'm going to give you, and it's from 1936, but it's from this famous photographer that I look into, Nicholas. I'll tell you his name now. I can't remember, but I have been studying this guy for a while. Begins with D. This guy, Dmitry Sergeyev, I've been looking into. They do, and they look into like the opulence of Russia, and it's some Petersburg architect. Look at all of these tropical plants in the greenhouse. Oh, that's Levi. Is that Tolstoy? Yeah, Tolstoy. Right, he was supposed to be in the Battle of Borodino, in that bit with Napoleon, etc. Size of these. Let's have a little mag in if we can. It's a little bit too much, I think. Sorry. Oh, look at that! For Phoenicians over the doors. I've seen that before. The entrance of the Hermitage, yeah. And the narrative of the Hermitage and the Winter Palace is pathetic. So I'm going to pass these to you. They've got some stunning, beautiful antiquitech. And old Russia. Still no people around. Not really. They're all out in the snow. Yeah, it's getting proper autumny here, guys. The hot summer is like zipped off for some reason. When it comes back, I was really getting into that for a while and then fucked off. Excuse me, French. Not really. Anyway, look into them because they're just an added extra concerning Russia. This is a photo that I was studying last night. It's Chicago. We do city fires on Flat Earth British. I was thinking, so they would have been mud flooders before they burned Chicago, okay, or whatever happened. I mean, because you got Tatarian buildings everywhere, and I thought, well, okay, let me get back on and have a look at that. Did they fall in their footprints? Everything gets reduced to rubble because fire has a knack of breaking solid stone into like really tiny little nuggets, and then it puts them in piles, and it leaves the streets clear. It's some shit hot fires, really selective too, obviously. So imagine the night of this fire, everything is raging, and this stays, it doesn't even look like it's there, and the fire would go up there and would be bursting out of the top. Now when they demolish these, they use fire at the bottom to make them fall. Watch Fred Dibner, this is the truth. Yeah, it's still there, it's unusual. Anyway, bottoms, here you can see shadows, there's a floor below and a floor below. No basements on flat earth. These were all mud flooders on this street. Everything just falls in its footprint at the little stones every single time, for all of them. We'll see, you know, with Dresden. Now this is just out of strangeness, I don't know what it is, but it's another cosmography, but it's by Claudius Ptolemaeus, which is Ptolemy, isn't it? It's in Greek, it says Ptolemy. So I can't follow the narrative, obviously, because it's in Greek. But what I found interesting, guys, or weird, is this artist, or whoever penned this up, got to go bonkers and connect some words up with squiggly lines. I thought nothing of it at first. You know, there's some cool depictions. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Have that apple, everyone heard? And the Phoenicians and the Jesuits. Now, they didn't get up there, apparently, till like 1969 to take a photograph. Yeah, there it is, in the Renaissance period. How did they know what it was going to look like? And you get these like sigils, very much like Solomon's sigils. Huh? But then you get this really strange squiggly thing going on. And later on I thought, oh, hang on a minute. Okay, they just come off words, and he goes potty and he goes zzz. It means nothing. He's just a creative person. And then I thought, hang on a minute though. Is this some sort of electrical circuitry? And is that connected with what it says in the dialogue? Because it comes off that letter, and then there's a crazy 8, and then another crazy 8. So what is it? Just, it might be nothing. It might be just a excitable young chap with his book. But then I went through a few more, and it looks ever so much more like electrical circuitry. And they got Solomon sigils. And Solomon sigils, as you know, because they are entities, so to speak, are electrical forces, can be demonic, or angelic, or whatever you want to call them. But they pack a punch. So what do you think he's doing? Now this one looks like circuitry. Do you think there's anything in it? His mind is definitely thinking something, guys, when he's doing it. It's just not your random scribbling, is it? Might be. It's interesting to note though, I thought. K.A. Killed in action, what's that? Might be cipher. Might be a code book. Everything's intercoded, even the Holy Bible, you know. Apparently Newton spent a good part of his career trying to decode it. I'll come up with nothing. Collection of books for you by Martin Zeller, 1589-1661, and they're absolutely brilliant. They're all topographies of Saxony and Sweden and France, and they're all from the other 100 apostles. That'll be interesting. And they're all from this very early Renaissance period, or just after the reset. So this is when they took control, and you'll see all reset, muddied maps, star thoughts, and depictions in all of them. But we're going to move on. Okay. Now what I'm going to look at now, right? This is a pretty cool link. It's about reconstruction. You can see a sort of Phoenician architecture of Dresden. Oh, we've often spoke about it. I talk about it. John Levy talks about it. You know, this thing is just mental. You know, the narrative is, guys, don't want to go into the narrative too much because it's bullshit, is they're supposed to send pathfinders over to drop different colours, okay, that illuminate so you know where to drop your bombs. Carpet bombing, it means exactly like it means. It means everything, like a carpet, okay? In this case, they knew the city was a safe haven. They knew it had no military importance, and it was full of civilians from all the other bombed out cities like Cologne, Essen, all along the Ruhr. They all came down here. They were told to. They were directed you. Only to be taken out the most beautiful city imaginable. They only say, oh, it's only 22,000. My ass, it was 22,000. More like a million. More like a million, guys. And that's the truth. This city was teeming with people when they did it. The Americans by the day, and the British by the night. Incalculable damage. But a lot of the antiquity did survive. See, it's got a pound in. But I feel that the Pathfinder's mission was to pinpoint specific architecture and not avoid. Because it's meant to, like, you know, this is a factory, this is a civilian area, keep out of the way. No, bullshit. Check the size of these bunko booths, and they've got Antiquitech on them. Alright, it's a kiosk now, I get it, they're selling the paper and everything, but was it always, guys? So that is Munchen, actually. Munchen Gladbach. Still beautiful, and they got advertising things with nothing on them. If it is. Could be radar. And another of Munchen. Don't worry, we got some Dresden coming up in these, but they have added people. All of them, by the look of them. It's completely altered from its Tatarian origins. With the Phoenicians. It's another Munchen. 2 double pillars. Oh no. But it is in this photograph. He's between them two. That's his perspective, isn't it? None of them people are there, are they? So, are any of these actually Dresden? Doesn't matter anyway. It's beautiful. Oh yeah, look at this. All bombed out. Oh, empty. Wonder what happened to that. Look at this. Size of this place. Stettin, I've been there. I've been to Stettin. It was previously Danzig, and it was the main thrust of why the war happened anyway, because they wanted that narrow corridor. You can't split, you know, Germany into 2 countries and split it off by the Kronenberg Straits or this area. It's just dopey. So when I went there, it was Poland, and it was socialist in them days. So I've been to a lot of communist countries. Check them out. Advertising. So what's on them? Well, the advertising, there's nothing on them. There's wires coming off them. See them all the time. There, and there. No advertising on them. So let's have a look at this bridge. So that would have got a pound in as well. It's more Stettin. When I went there was quite a few modern buildings in the centre, and I went into a place called the Europa, which was a big underground vault for drinkies. So Irwin, he's a bit of an author. He mentioned Dresden. He wrote the book Dresden, and ended up in jail. Can't really talk about these things. This Phoenician waterfall. Long as that survived. And what we got here is, I'm not actually sure. It looks like Cologne, maybe. Friesberg. A nice big Tatarian device. See-through. Beautiful colour. And we got where we got here. Friesberg again. Size of these things. All basements. No basements on flat earth or mud flooded open sewerage. That's curious. Okay, it's all cobbled. So, no flags on these. What are they for? What are these for? What are these for? What are that for? What are that for? What are that for? There's no telegraph through here at this period. What's powering that white light? Bunko booths. 10 to 5 in the afternoon. No shadows. People could be added. Yeah, another bunko booth. Advertising on that though. And there. Okay, there's some action happening. Berlin. The Reichstag, which got basically false flagged like everywhere else to cause some trouble. Let's blame the communists. We'll have a war over that. So it had a glass dome before as well then. Because it has again a circular one you can walk up in a spiral. Vortex. And balls for giants. Berlin. Which was also completely flattened in World War II. Full of faceless knights, setups, and Phoenicians. Okay? From the shit they stole. Look at this. Did that power that light? And what I noticed with these lampposts, you never get these in this day and age unless you're in the centre of London or something. These big, huge bottoms to them. What for? There's stuff in them. Oh, look at that. So I know Dresden hasn't come up yet, but it doesn't matter because we get the idea. Look at this. Imperial eaglage. Oh. Yeah, no flags on them, but it wouldn't matter if the flags were there because they collect electrostatic charge. And bunko booths, which are advertising. They're there. Yeah, and these beautifully ornate posts. Just crazy. And people don't look like they're there again. Yeah, well, that's building. Corner by Paul Grimm's shop. Is he Grimm's brother? Julius Strutt. Victoria Hotel. That's very British. Eagle. Look at these guys. They're like they're gold. That's one sweet hotel. Whew. Bank. Phoenician Lion. British name in Berlin. Yeah, I bet that had a bit of a name change a few years later. Anyway. So, a Kirch as an antiquitech device. Tartaria before the takeover. And why that? Huh? Oh, is that beautiful or what? I bet it don't look like that now. Again, them look, guys. No advertising on them. What they do? And there. Wow. Well, we was epically robbed. More of Berlin. Yeah, faceless knights. All of it. The Phoenician coding. I wonder what's powering these. They look electric. And another. What do you think that is? That's an outdoor toilet, is it? With antiquitech. Why does it need antiquitech on a toilet? And bunko booth outside. Wow. How this world must have looked before the events. So, wow. Where's this one to? Berlin again. Okay, Potsdamer Strada. Antiquitech. All the way down. Look at that. Wow. Palace Hotel. Okay. So we haven't got any Dresden. I'm failing. I bet that got killed off in the war. Look at that. Rome. You could call it Rome. But Rome is Phoenicia. Somebody said in my comments they were indebted to the Phoenicians, the Romans, and that's not true because the Etruscans precede Rome, you know, Romulus and Remus, and they were full on Phoenician, so not going with that at all. And Hamburg, another city I love. I was an 18-year-old man on a rape ban, finding out all about life. Check this out. More of them, look, there's no advertising on them. They don't light up, showing you, you know, by Marlborough. Hamburg. Look at that. Wow, imagine going to visit that for the day. You'd be like, oh, that was the best day ever. Look at that. Huh. Just potty. Tartaria. So yeah, they got rid of all this in World War II. Come on, Hamburg. Yeah, she got completely annihilated. One of the worst of the whole of the war, for some reason. So I went under a tunnel, and I think this might be it, I'm not sure. And it goes right under the river, and it's just one tube, one cart wide. And it was in a James Bond film. Or is it the Ipcris Files? Probably the Ipcris Files. Not sure. Anyway. Oh, they used to... Oh, it's still there. There's a boathouse there. Remember that? Still there then. Circular boathouse. You can buy tickets and go on boats on the river. Oh. There it is. It's still there. Oh, cool. That's still there, by the way. And... Well, I don't know. It might be... I mean, this was years ago when I was there. Hamburg. Cool. You can see why they fucking nuked it. Bombed it. Excuse me. And my French. No, they're either insane on the wrought iron work for no particular reason whatsoever. Whew. Well, that's full on Antiquitech, and they're making their own energy, which is what's happening. Look at that. Are they cables? Or is that a chimney? Chimney. Another one of those. Whew. Wow. Let's mag up on this a little bit. Jesus. That is so Antiquitech-y. Hamburg. More of Stettin, which didn't look like that when I went there. And more of Danzig, which is Stettin, as far as I know. Okay. Which I don't remember. I remember seeing the churches. I never seeing, like, it was, you know, they were queuing for food back in them days. Danzig. Or tickets for food, and enjoying another queue to get like a jar of gherkins and crusty bread. I was like, I was thinking, this is pants. Look at all these mud flooders of Danzig. Yeah, so everyone was living in tenements after the event. Apparently in New York, I think it was something like 3/4 of the population in 1900 lived in tenements. Something like, I don't know, 1 million, 3 or 2 million lived in tenements. And there's Dresden, okay. Dustified. So they take out their own architecture too, but then they're going to come in and rebuild it. This is Dresden. Okay. Wow. Well, there's something there. And that's what it looked like, guys, before World War II. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. You can see what they did here. It's Dresden as well. So it's a model city in Bavaria, I believe it is, isn't it? And full on Phoenician, same as the British. They pretend they're enemies, all of them. Japanese. You know they're all together, guys. This is why Hirohito walks after the, you know, and Tojo and all of the rest of it. It's just bullshit narratives, guys. They're all in it together. They're all Freemasons. They're all... You know the score. Apparently, fucking Epstein went out the back door. Apparently, I don't know where he would be now, probably sunning himself on the beach down in Tel Aviv or something. And probably because he's been busted, being a really nasty fucking bastard to somebody. So, the whole, you know, pack of cards is coming unstuck for these Phoenicians and their dirty fucking ways. And so it should. People should be in uproar about all what's been going on. They just like... When the Savile got brushed into the carpet, guys, yeah, everyone knows the BBC fucking done it. Brush it all into the carpet, all of these fucking people under the carpet, okay? And everyone's just like, oh, we'll carry on watching BBC and we won't boycott it. We'll carry on giving you money as well, even though we know that you cover up and you've been just institutionalised, abusing fucking children and more, yeah, for the whole of like 1970s fucking television that I had to suffer. You know, it's fucking crazy. You weren't safe. If you was invited to Top of the Pops, you were in serious fucking trouble, whether you were going to get home or not. I'm telling you. So they use the institution for their victims. They're not short of them. Plenty of parents are dying, especially now with universal credit. People are popping off left, right and centre, and it leaves orphans, and they go into these government institutions where they're just fucking definitely not safe at all. They go from one institution to the other and they're not safe in any of them, and these people are not safe. Vetted properly, none of them. Oh no, they are vetted. No, sorry, I got it wrong. They are vetted. They got to fit a certain criteria, and if they fit it, they're in. Do you get it? Fuming. Anyway, so there's Dresden before. Dead my ass. Fucking yeah, whatever. It's convenient, innit? Bit like when possibly Jimmy Savile's son, or it could be Louis Theroux, busts him on a last television program, like literally calls him out. And it's like a couple of months later, he's dead. But he's in a tomb, like under 12 foot of concrete, so no one can ever exhume his body without like a massive building operation. So you never find out that he's not there. Guy was a millionaire in Mensa. Do you think he fucking did that? No, guys, he ran across Britain. He cycled across Britain. The guy was super fit. He didn't die. They covered it up, all of them, because they're all in on it. And they know all the top politicians, the highest levels, they're all involved in it. A fucking monster, fucking Clintons, both of them, all of it. Fucking, and yet everyone is just happy to carry on with demonocracy, carry on pretending to vote, carry on with their sports, their nationalism, all of it. Fucking bullshit, all of it. It's all got to come to an end. It's all obvious what's got to happen. It's nightmare scenario. So there you are. This is another city. Not sure, but it's beautiful. Could be Dresden. Looks big enough. So they're not higgledy-piggledy, their centres. They're beautiful. Britain's more higgledy-piggledy. You know, this sort of building there, that sort of building there. And look at this. Oh, it's top heavy. Massive doors. Little tiny people who now occupy the place. Oh, I mean, that's enough of these. They are beautiful. Let's go through a few more. And you can see the worlds that you have been robbed of. Atmospheric electricity. This one's got a ring on it. I suppose they could be some sort of radar. They look like the radar arrays from World War II, don't they? But they didn't get invented at this time. So why all of that on the obelisk? That's a whole lot of copper, if it is. Wouldn't it oxidise? Green. Has to be copper. It has been coloured. Ooh, I love that one. It's got an astronomical clock on it. Is that in Prague? No, it's in Breslau. 2 atmospheric astronomical clocks. This is some sort of really unusual building. Front doors up there because they're all down on lower levels, obviously. Okay, let's move on because I don't want a 10th of never, but you know, wow, these are so juicy. I wonder what lights these are, guys. Gas. I don't believe that narrative. I don't believe they hired millions of people to light every single gas light in Britain, in the world, in the whole of the world, every night. With a stick. How many lampposts in each street? How many people would you need, guys? Think about it. By the time they set out and lit them all, it'd be morning and they'd have to out them all again. These things. That's electric. Because you won't have a guy like that. There's a cable coming off it probably to light it, maybe. Just click. Because you've got a button. Excuse me, my nose is bugged up. So there we are. Beautiful Dresden. Phoenician city. Completely annihilated. Everyone in it killed. Full of people. All of Germany is like mind-blowing beautiful, but it's all Phoenician. Could be Rome. But better kept. Okay. And there she is back in the past. So Dresden's a bit of a shame. There's the tenements of Dresden. Look at the size of these stones in Dresden. What heat. Look at the heat. To crack that. So people have died like Hiroshima, starved of oxygen. Okay. And I don't think that the bomb damage is consistent with carpet bombing because of the lack of craters, you see. You never see any craters in these pictures. Big holes. Look at that one. Could be in a great expositions. Beautiful. So, Dresden in the past. Okay, we're moving on. Looks like it's had a bit of mud in the past, but it's a riverbank. Anyway, and there it is. This was all that was left in World War II, and they rebuilt it to this. So all this is later. Isn't that incredible? So that was the original hole. And maybe this bit around here with a brick. Yeah. Wow. Okay. And here's Rotterdam. They sign a surrender in 1938, the mayor does. Yeah, the Luftwaffe come over and completely destroy the centre of the city because of its specific type of architecture. It's Dresden again. It's just a mind-blowing beauty. The Onion Dome. Full on Phoenician. And their railway station. Okay, and there is a colour image of this. They're still steaming. Most of these people have been starved of oxygen because there was no air because of the firestorm, and have blown up and just asphyxiated. You know, some of these are not burn victims. In fact, they are steaming though. So yeah, Dresden. So can we spot maybe mag down any shell holes? Can we spot any shell holes? Can't really tell, but it doesn't look very shell holey to me, but that's just me. Okay, and there's a shot when she was up and running back in the day. Aerial views after the war, actually, before it's rebuilt. Now we're going to look at this bit of film now, guys, of... Okay, and that's the famous Slaughterhouse 5, and basically was connected with the destruction of Dresden. Look at that. Phoenicians. God, they are so crazy. And they gotta, like, these, you know, they gotta keep doing these sacrifices on a big scale sometimes on specific dates to go with their weird magic, because they keep thinking that it's going to keep their shit all glistening golden, you know, so they can keep their thing going. But no, it don't work like that. They're doomed, and they're so going to have it. There's no doubt about it. Anyway, so we're going to look at these reconstructions of Dresden. Okay, if I can. So, okay. Nobody. It's really interesting. And this video will be over in a minute, but please hang around. I want to have a little talk to you all. It's going to be a Flat Earth British moment. So they give you inside museums as well. But look at the all of the damage here. This is great for us, guys, of Dresden, and you can basically, you'll see the construction, the reconstruction of that particular building. So, and it's quite an extensive resource. We can see this technasmid I just showed you up and active. Okay. You see the Antiquitech there, but it's still all hollowed out. But they show you them doing work in 1949, 1950 on all these buildings there. So it's a good source. Anyway, we are moving on. Well, I'm up to images of the day. This will be an hour, so that's cool. Now, this is my Flat Earth British website. Mindblowing Mudflood. Okay, now this is the situation at this point in time with Flat Earth British. Now, I intend on coming to you live, hopefully Saturday, as I have assured a few people. Now the Global Tour are requiring funds to basically send Jason and all the crew off around Europe and Britain, etc. And they're doing it by sponsoring stickers on their RV. And this is all going to be on a sort of marathon event through the weekend, from Saturday on through Sunday. Many channels taking part, and I'm going to take part somewhere along the line. I don't know how it's all working, but I'll keep you informed. Now, that's ahead of the Kidderminster Convention, which is in 1 month's time, just about, which I'm really looking forward to. And I'm going to be presenting mind-blowing stuff, okay, guys, concerning the place where we live. Now, and the double torus model, which I will be presenting now, and other aspects of this. It will be mind-blowing. Now, as you may know or may not know, I've been basically in the process of getting a book together, which will hopefully, part 1 will hopefully be released in time for this Kidderminster Convention. This is the aim. That would be brilliant. It's a flat earth book. The context, however, is just mind-blowing. Now, even my publisher is a little bit concerned, like, about me, because of the level of information in it. I'm sort of worried, but not giving a damn, which I'm not, okay? I'm going to go for it, okay? And when it comes out, you're going to see this, the juice of all of this, compressed, and it's going to be read by... Anybody who reads that is going to have their heads just... Your whole life will change, and it will just make everything so different. So this is the thing, but it's, you know, got people concerned, for me. But that's not the issue. Now, Amsterdam Convention, 28th of September. I might be giving this a miss, actually, guys, if I'm honest with you. I am not feeling it, not this one anyway. Plus, in the last 2 days, just not connected, somebody said yesterday, and now again today, oh, look out, you look like trouble. What the fuck do you mean? How can my face look like trouble? How do I look like fucking trouble? Okay, so maybe I got this, like, aura of looking like I might be trouble, which I'm not, obviously. Well, a little bit. Anyway, so basically the situation was they're having the convention in Amsterdam. They've compressed it down, so it was only going to be the Saturday night and a little thing on a Sunday. And they wanted me to basically go over there, all the way to Holland, to tell jokes around a campfire on a Friday night. So I thought, no, I'm not going to traipse all of that way, just going to tell jokes. It'd be nice to hook up with the guys, and it's a long way to go. Plus, you know, basically I've been killing it on YouTube for a year solid, so there's that in my mind as well, and the fact that I'm about to publish a flat earth undebunked model and flat earth book. Well, the model's not actually in that yet, but it will be. So for that token, I thought, not really feeling this. So I've been saying, I wish everyone best of luck, obviously, you know, good luck to everybody, and I hope everybody attends, and I hope everyone enjoys, okay? But like, after I said, like, I'm not really feeling it, sort of thing, the offer was changed and said we might fit you in on a Saturday night, but like, I'm still not feeling it, okay? Because basically I've given so much that it's just not even considered. You know, there's people jetted over from the other side of the world, none of us even know, but whatever, okay? So for that token, I'm not feeling the love. I won't be going to Amsterdam, but no offense to anyone, I love everyone involved, okay? It's flat earthers, but I ain't feeling it. I'm feeling Kidderminster. Well, so yeah, thanks for the invite anyway, but I'm going to give that a miss. So there's all the shit that's happening on Flat Earth. Now, I'm supposed to, on Flat Earth British, I'm supposed to be on this restream, but when I tried to go live, it didn't come up on there, and I had a terrible time last week with this. Brave won't, basically, won't upload all my thumbnails, so I can't do shit with it. So, Discord, I don't like the name of Discord, but apparently I'm on a Discord server 24/7. Someone's doing. Library, I'm on there, but I haven't been posting. You can get to my son's channel, sure, Welsh Dragon Metals. He's into alchemy. If you want to make a few quid by ripping your computers down, brilliant. Armageddon currency, get on it. Okay, it makes perfect sense to me, guys. Talk their language. Cash woman shit. Talk their language. The language of them. Money, gold, gold, gold. Gold and precious metals. So there you are. So... I'm gonna have to be just honest to myself, guys, and I gotta be honest to you. I don't know any other way of doing it. Okay? And that's how I feel. So, images of the day. I've been looking at US currency. I love US currency. You've got some funky money. It's all over the dime as well, and in Italian coins. Fasces with the eagle, wings open. You'll never see it sat on a, on its branch. They're always wings open. Active charge on a fasces. And you get it on the dime, the American dime. The fasces, always with something like a laurel leaf or a ribbon all around them to show you. And also on this as well, you got the fasces on this somewhere. Have a little Scrooge in. I'm not sure what that is. Lampama maybe? Oh. Well, it is in there somewhere, but I can't work out where. It's got a lot of Masonic stuff going on anyway. There. It's on the other side of the 1902 $20 bill. So you get the Phoenician. She's holding her fasces, and the eagle's always there as well. And she's holding up a scepter. And also this one here, have we got a fasces on that one? Oh, it's just the back. It's green back, isn't it? And Washington, he needs his massive fasces because it's his Gatling gun. Only it's not a Gatling gun because it hasn't been invented. It's fasces. It's an electromagnetic weapon. It's going to just fuck up the enemy. Free America. Only not, because it's all just a dialectic, and we all know how this is working. The American corporation is just a corporation, nothing more. For, Queen Bee, collecting nectar for Queen Bee. So here they are, Phoenicians. They come out of the water, conning everybody with delightful things that they don't really want. This is what's happened here, guys. They've conned us. Entertainment, all of that, all of the pursuits that we think that we want. Our brain tells us what we want and implanted. None of us gives you any satisfaction. It's all superficial bullshit. The free stuff in life with people you care for, walking, field, going places, free in nature, away from cities. And if you go to the city, go to a park. Not shopping and doing their bullshit. Keep away from their buildings. Keep away from their 5G. Notice in this picture how everything in the stone is in seashells, all encrusted in, and sea creatures, almost as if it's been underwater. Do you know why? Yeah. So, more artist narratives. This is a Braille, and it's a post reset depiction when things are just absolutely potty. So yeah, this lady Erica's narrative of Jesus actually being crucified to a ship is incredibly interesting. This is a film with Peter Sellers, 60s, called The Mouse That Roared. Check the flag out. It's about a small independent utopia, the Queen, and I tried to get it on, well, it's on Netflix, but I'm not paying for that. I tried to get it on a film thing last night. I never had it on there, all YouTube. So there he is, the psychopath. Okay, likes to give his kids drugs and join in with all of their Phoenician bullshit. Can't stand the guy. Bit of humour, read to see VOK and Doctor Strangelove, and look what he's got his hands on. It's a scepter on everyone. Isn't it unbelievable they got the two opposing eagles in this movie? And everyone doing that sucky up thing again. And there's their flag. So that's worth looking at, the line that roared. I was going to do a little thing on the American Civil War, but I've seen UAP's video with his brilliant submarine thing yesterday, which might not be a submarine, actually, might be just, I don't know, might be just a wicker cafeteria. We can't tell. But the whole area is nuked. He's going to do a video on American Civil War. Just want to show you this in Charleston, bugging me. What do you reckon that is, guys? Oh, you can't see when it's fucking way. That. It's not a lamppost, is it? Not that high. So, is it a truss for a building that's no longer there? Is it some sort of weapon? That that's like you know, obviously an electromagnetic weaponry sound. Same thing though, guys, for Charleston, American Civil War. Serious lack of holes, and on a building it's just like little tiny stones, because cannonballs can do that, see, and they'll leave the streets clear as well, guys. The cannonballs will leave your streets well clear. Okay, that's me, Flat Earth British, 1 hour long. I hope to be back on the weekend. Sorry if you were looking forward to seeing me in Amsterdam, but like I've just explained all, and I'm gonna bullshit. Okay, I wish everyone the very best. No, on Flat Day. So that, thank you, Erica, for my beautiful stuff. Much love to you. Good fan. I'm a big fan of yours. No, Ian Richardson, who lives in Ely, and not this Ely where I am in Cardiff, another Ely in Cambridgeshire, where they got that big cathedral, Tartaria device. He wrote a book, and he sent me 2 copies, and it's called King Arthur of Cambridge: An Astonishing Results for a New Era of Research by Ian Richardson. Congratulations, Ian. This is a very nice gift. I'll be reading this later. But he gave me 2. So 1 can be given away on a Flat Day competition. So if you want a book about King Arthur by 1 person who's going to be in chat, you'll either know, but I won't be giving you the signed copy, obviously. So thank you for that, Ian. Very goody good. I like gifts. They make me really happy to have things from the door. I have enough shit. So, my hat. Okay. Now, there's things that are going. Obviously, I'm really, you know, feeling the fact that one of our brothers, Des, up in Scotland, has, you know, definitely not with us anymore. Seems that he's gone to a better place, and he's not suffering anymore. So I'm grateful for that. So he was an awesome bloke, Des. Okay, he was one of the brothers, and it was sad that, you know, he got ill and basically got taken so quick, and basically we all had to watch it. So they're collecting for his funeral as well. So I've got problems with that myself, actually, guys, because basically, not that I tell everybody my business, because it's a bit confusing and I can't really make sense of it myself, but a funeral directors concerning, because basically most of my family, my mother and my partner, all died last year, in case you didn't know, and this is the other side of it, is me. Okay, reinventing. Work in progress, from trouble apparently. They went into the funeral home and they kidnapped my mother's ashes, and they've been there for close to a year now, demanding, because they are basically Freemasonic gangsters. But I'm building that because it's in process. I'm gonna get these. Okay, it's all happening, but I'm going to be exposing their ass further along down the line, give you all their address and everything, and telling you what dirty fucking shits they are to be kidnapping. So I've got that ongoing as well. I had 2 of them last year, so yeah, it's pretty pants, the things that go on in the background in Flat Earth British life. But we carry on regardless, because basically it's Flat Earth British, great Flat Earth British think tank. And try not to focus on it all too much, keep myself occupied. Guys, there's so much going on in the background, you have no idea. So basically, prioritizing. Okay, think about it, guys. Okay, that book is gonna be changing things. Okay, people are like nervous now because of the context. Okay, yeah, I know. So for that token, start at best, start again, better day. Okay, everything up, everything more, everything juicier, everything better, because that's what we're going to do. Okay, we're going to lift the vibration for everybody, and we're going to be exposing these dirty bastards. They're just getting worse and worse. They're like not even covering up their trails anymore, they're just exposing their full dirty shit. It's just crazy, guys. Anyway, each to their own. Some people don't want to live with it all. Fucking can't bear it. Peace and love to you all. If you need me, martinliga7@gmail.com. Thanks for watching my video. Now please can you subscribe, okay, because I'm just coming up 100 off of 28,000 subscribers on YouTube, and then I'm gonna have like a wicked 28k day event. Okay, invite guests. Okay, I'd like to get Lee over. He's been home from work, so I wanted Lee on my Flat Earth British vlog, but he's been busy doing like epic long photo, you know, picture videos, which he loves to do. Okay, and they do pretty well, and they bring people to Flat Earth British anyway, so yay. So he's been busy, so yeah, I was gonna have him over, but yeah, I want to do more stuff coming up to this all of this what's going to be happening. Okay, Anybody need me? You know where I am. Happy? Good. Feel better now. Anyway, peace and love.